Hey everyone, today I want to give you an update on my Six Samurai deck because I honestly changed it quite a bit compared to the other decklist video I made, and the changes I made helped me get to Platinum 1, and I didn't get there with like playing 1000 games and just getting a little bit lucky. As you can see, I lost 5 out of my last 20 matches. That's pretty strong. And the ones I lost were, for example, this one. The enemy had Psi Frame Gear Gamma, and he did that to my Assault, and yeah, there's nothing I can do. So if he draws that on the opening hand, just go next. And sometimes you have a bad draw, or yeah, things like that happens. But I'm pretty happy with how the deck plays. So yeah, why did I change the deck at all? So there are some reasons for it, obviously. Reason number one, the last iteration where your field was Naturia Beast, Naturia Barkion, Xian maybe, Apollousa, Abyss Dweller. It took a long time to get there. You had to Infinity Loop, like, I don't know, 20 times. It was really boring, really exhausting to be honest. And then you had your turn would go like 10 minutes, then you would pass and probably win, but even that didn't happen all the time. It didn't happen to me, but some of you told me in the comments that you would take 10 minutes to do your turn, set up your board, and then the enemy just activates Droplet or cards like that, and yeah, that's you lose, and 10 minutes gone. So yeah, that's really tilting. I completely understand. That's reason number one. Reason number two. So in the last iteration, I used to play 3 Crossout Designator and hand traps like Nibiru, Ash Blossom, and Infinite Impermanence. I played, yeah, these 3 hand traps and 3 Crossout Designator. And the problem was I ran into people who would play other hand traps, which I couldn't negate with Crossout Designator. So for example, I would run into Effect Veiler or Droll and Lock Bird, and yeah, I had Crossout Designator on hand, but it wouldn't help me because I didn't have Effect Veiler or Droll and Lock Bird in deck. And if I added Effect Veiler and Droll and Lock Bird, that would be more brick cards, which wouldn't really help me. So yeah, that was also pretty bad, to be honest. Then the third reason is, yeah, I was kind of hard stuck, to be honest. I was Plat 4. I used to drop down to Plat 5, even sometimes drop down to Gold, but then get back up to Plat 4 and the same thing all over again. So I thought, yeah, I have to change something. This isn't working how it should be or how I want it to work. And so I knew I had to change something, and then I read the comment from Vaunir, who said, yo, try out Rhongo. And I was like, okay, Rhongo, never heard before. So I did some research, and honestly, the things I found, the combos, and how you play Rhongo in Six Samurai deck is just really disgusting. It's so strong. If you go first, or it doesn't really matter if you go first or second, if the enemy can't stop you on your way to get to Rhongo, it's GG. If you have Rhongo, it's GG no matter what. So yeah, that's really strong. So again, thanks Vaunir for the comment. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. Number 86, I think, Rhongo. So yeah, thanks. Then yeah, let's get into the deck list. Again, same thing. If you just want the deck list, here it is. But I'm gonna go through each card and explain why I played the card. So, I play 2 Fuma. In the last iteration, we used to play Fuma and Sheen Squire. We don't play Sheen Squire anymore because we don't have the Naturio Synchro monsters. So we play 2 Fuma instead. Because still, if you for example, if you draw Fuma and Sheen's Dojo, and the other cards are useless, like 2 Golden Bamboo Sword and 1 Caught by the Grave. You can't do anything with these cards, but you can activate Sheen's Dojo, summon Fuma, use the Dojo effect to summon the other Fuma from deck, and link summon into Isolde. Bam, you have it. So that's why I play 2. And also, if you the effect is good, if you have a really bad hand, you can set Fuma, pass, and maybe you will survive. And he's a tuner, so you can summon Shien if you feel like you need him. If you have Kageki in your starting hand, you will get your combo off if you have another 6 Samurai. And obviously the enemy doesn't have Effect Veiler or stuff like that. But they rarely have, so. So you can summon Kageki, and if you have, let's say, Shinai in hand, special summon Shinai, link summon into Isolde, bam. Then 2 Shinai and 2 Misuho. So that's different compared to the other deck list. In the other deck list I used to play 1 Misuho. Now I play 2. The main reason is because I need these 4 to XYZ summon into number 75 to later on attach to Rhongo. So that's why I play, but I'm gonna explain that later in the combo section. So that's why I play 4, and also Misuho is a strong card in general, and if you draw him, it's pretty good. I mean, you basically want to draw him, because you don't special summon. If you watched the other decklist video, you used to special summon Hatsume with Isolde's effect. Now you special summon, at least most of the time, you special summon one of these 2, either blue or red. And if you have the other one in hand, you can just special summon him, and it's really strong. 1 Hatsume in deck, you don't really need her, but she's still a good card. Lets you special summon from grave, that's good. 3 Kizan, really strong, again. You can special summon him by, you know, if you just have another 6 Samurai on field. Grandmaster has the same effect, but a different name, and also a second effect, which many forget. So if Grandmaster is destroyed, you can search 1 card in your grave and add it to your hand. It has been useful to me sometimes. Then 3 Kizaru. Kizaru, the combo Kageki Kizaru, really strong. You summon, if you have Kageki and Kizaru on your starting hand, you summon Kageki, special summon Kizaru. Kizaru can search either blue or red. Then you link summon these 2 into Isolde, special summon the other. So if you use Kizaru's effect to add red, you special summon blue with Isolde, so you can special summon red from hand. Yeah, it's really strong. Then onto the spell cards. Monster Reborn, really strong card. That's why you can only play, or you're only allowed to play 1. Same with Reinforcement of the Army. Lets you search almost every monster in the deck, except Grandmaster, of course, because he is in level 6. Then I play 3 Golden Bamboo Sword. So, since I don't play the hand traps and Crossout Designator anymore, I have space in my deck, and that's why I decided to add Golden Bamboo Sword. And the combo with Isolde is really, really strong, as you're gonna see later on. Because if you draw any of the Bamboo Swords, and you have the cards to make Isolde, so let's say you have Golden Bamboo Sword on hand, you get Isolde on field, activate the effect, you can send Cursed Bamboo Sword to grave, use the effect to get Broken Bamboo Sword to your hand, equip Broken Bamboo Sword to any unit, activate Golden Bamboo Sword, you draw 2 cards. It's just 3 cards. It's really, really strong. So that's why I play 3 Golden Bamboo, 1 Broken Bamboo, and 3 Cursed Bamboo. Then 3 Sheen Smoke Signal. Lets you search Kageki if you need him, and blue or red. 1 Moon Mirror Shield. So we need 4 equip spells for Assault. Again, same as last time. We only really need 3 different equip spells. If you draw one with 4 equip spells in your deck, you can still special summon a 3-star monster with Assault's effect. So that's why we play 4 equip spells. 4 equip spells with different name, of course. So Moon Mirror Shield, by its own, the effect, honestly helped me win some games, because the enemy doesn't know or just doesn't read the card, I don't know. But I would, you can use the effect on a low monster, attack. For example, it happened to me where I had Kageki with only 200 attack, equipped Moon Mirror Shield to Kageki, and destroyed the opponent's Appaloosa, because he didn't, I don't know, maybe read Moon Mirror or something like that. So yeah, the first effect is also useful if you draw it, so don't disregard that. But mainly you have the card in deck for the second effect. So if you draw the card, it's not a dead card, you can still shuffle it into the deck. So if you draw Moon Mirror Shield, Kageki and Kizaru for example, you can summon Kageki, special summon Kizaru, equip either one of these with Moon Mirror, then link summon these into Assault. Moon Mirror will get sent to Graveyard, you can activate the effect, you have to pay 500 life points, and then you can add Moon Mirror back to deck. So you still have the equip spells in deck for Assault's effect. The last equip spell is Durandal. Yeah, if you draw Durandal, it's basically the same as if you would draw Misuho, because you can equip Durandal to any monster, activate the effect, add a Misuho to your hand. Also, it's good if you draw it. So, yeah. Then this card is new in the deck, Magical Midbreaker Field. It's a really helpful card, because if you draw it in the first turn, obviously, you can activate it, and then the enemy can't do anything against your monsters. You're basically free to get your full combo off if this card doesn't get destroyed by your opponent. I thought about maybe playing 2, but honestly, if you draw both Magical Midbreaker Field, the one is a brick. You can't use the other one no matter what. So if you draw 2, you activate one, the other one is just stuck in your hand, you can't do anything with it. So that's why I only play 1. 3 Six Samurai United, to draw just more cards and get to the cards you need. And it also has Bushido counters, so yeah. Gateway of the Six, you have to play this card if you play Six Samurai. There's no way around it. It's probably the best. I mean, yeah, Rhongo is pretty strong, but in the main deck, I would say Gateway of the Six is by far the best card. Lets you search, if you have the Bushido counters, of course, lets you search any card you need. Also gives your monsters attack, which you might need in some cases. And yeah, honestly, really strong card. You need it if you play Six Samurai. 2 Shien's Dojo. Also, Bushido counter card, and lets you special summon blue or red, or Fuma, or even Kizaru from the deck if you need one of these cards and have the Bushido counters. Really useful. And the last cards is 2 Called by the Grave, to deal with the hand traps if the enemy has any. But yeah, so we have 3 cards against hand traps: Magical Midbreaker, Called by the Grave, 2 times. So that's the same as if we had 3 Crosser Designators, but we don't have to play any hand traps in this deck, so it worked way better for me. Yeah, so the extra deck. I'm gonna do the same as last time, where I remove all these and first only add the essential ones. So no matter what, you have to play 1 Battle Shogun, 1 Isolde, 1 Rhongo, and 1 number 75. I'd say these 4 are the bare minimum you need to have if you want to play how I played this deck. Yeah, you need these to get the combo off, and sometimes you might need Saryuya and Shadow of the Six Samurai if you have an okay or bad draw. So these are bare minimum to have in your extra deck. But Shadow of the Six Samurai, another Battle Shogun, and where is it? Saryuya and Apollosa. These are also really important, but you don't have to play them. You need them if you don't have a strong opening hand. Yeah. The other cards I'm gonna add in the extra deck, they are just if, you know, something happens to your card, the enemy has some negates or whatever. So we play 1 Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Unicorn. Why is Phoenix strong? Phoenix is strong because if the enemy has Imperial Order on field, I mean, as you can see, we play 23 spell cards, and if Imperial Order is on the field, it's gonna be really hard. I mean, yeah, you can destroy Imperial Order with Misuho, but you have to draw him first. And with Phoenix in the extra deck, if you manage to get 2 monsters on the field with different names, you can special summon Phoenix, use the effect to destroy Imperial Order, and then you can get your combo off as normal. Nightmare Cerberus, also, if your enemy has a monster on the field which you just want to get rid of, you have the option to link summon into Cerberus, use its effect, destroy the monster. Same with Unicorn, if the enemy has a monster you want to get rid of, but you can't destroy it, use Unicorn, get it back in the extra deck. Bam. And the next card is Levier, the Sea Dragon. Again, if one of your cards gets banished, you have the option with Levier to get it back to your field. Dugares, you can special summon him pretty easily with 2 Kizan or Kizaru and Kizan. And I mainly use the second effect of Dugares to special summon a monster from graveyard. So I special summon either blue or red, or maybe Hatsume used the effect, something like that. And then Daigusto Emerald. So if anything happens to the cards in your extra deck and they're in your graveyard and you would still need them, you have the option again to special summon Daigusto Emerald, use the effect, and get the extra deck cards back in your extra deck so you can special summon them again. And the last card is Legendary Six Samurai Shien. Yeah, he's a good card. You can special summon him with Fuma and either Kizan or Kizaru. You can negate 1 spell or trap. It's good. And sometimes you have a bad opener. Let's say you have Kizaru and Shin's Dojo and nothing else of use. Activate Shin's Dojo, summon Kizaru, use Shin's Dojo to get Fuma to the field, synchro summon into Shien, and you have a layer of security because you can negate 1 spell or trap card. So yeah, that's the main deck and extra deck, and now I'm gonna show you the combo I play with Rhongo to win my games. So we are in the combo section. We are playing a solo game against rival gladiator beasts, and I'm gonna show you the combo to get Rhongo on the field. There's a long way to get Rhongo and a short one. The long one is not really as long as the combo in the previous deck video I did, but you know, obviously it's longer than the short one, so I'm gonna explain the long one first. we have this hand. You want to start with getting 2 samurai monsters on your field. So right now we could summon Misuho and special summon Kizan, but since we have Smoke Signal, we use Smoke Signal to get Kigeki, because then we can also use Fuma. So we summon Kigeki, use the effect to special summon Fuma from hand. You could summon Kizan, but you can also do that once you got Isolde. I'm just gonna special summon him now. Then you want to link summon Isolde. And then use Isolde's effect. Isolde can search one 6 samurai monster in your deck and add it to your hand, but the monster cannot be normal or special summoned this round, and the effects are also negated. So that's why you want to get Kigeki, since you don't need him anymore in this round. So we search Kigeki, use the second effect of Isolde, send 3 cards to the graveyard. Now, since we played the Bamboo Swords, you always want to send Cursed Bamboo Sword to the graveyard. And then you don't really want to send Broken Bamboo Sword to the graveyard. If you have to, if you have no other choice, then sure, do it, but you'd rather want to keep Broken Bamboo Sword in your deck. I'm gonna show you why in a second. So we send these 3 to the graveyard, and then we special summon either blue or red to the field. Depending on if you have one of these in hand, and depending on which one you have in hand. So since we have red in hand, we want to special summon blue from deck, so we can special summon red from our hand. If we had blue in hand, then we would get red with Isolde's effect to special summon, so we can special summon blue from our hand. If we have none, then it doesn't matter, just choose anyone. So we summon Shinai, use the effect of Broken Bamboo Sword we just discarded with Isolde, and now, because we didn't discard the Broken Bamboo Sword to our graveyard, we can search the Broken Bamboo Sword. So the choice which one to get depends on which one you have on hand. So I have Golden Bamboo Sword on hand, and I need a Bamboo Sword equip spell to draw 2 cards. Broken Bamboo Sword is an equip spell, so I'm gonna get this one. If you have the Cursed Bamboo Sword or the Broken Bamboo Sword on hand, which are both equip spells, then you would get the Golden Bamboo Sword to activate the effect and draw 2. But I have the golden one, so I'm gonna get the broken one. Then I can activate the Broken Bamboo Sword on Shinai, activate the golden one to draw 2 cards. See, I drew 2 cards, but these are not really useful. But that's, that's okay. So now we special summon the Battle Shogun. Activate the effect. We discard the Kigeki, since we can't normal or special summon him this turn anyway, and can't use the effect. We add the Gateway to our hand, activate the Gateway, and now, because we have the blue one on field, we can special summon red from our hand. Important to always special summon the 6 samurai monsters to one of the fields the Battle Shogun points to. So as you can see, these red pointers, the link fields, special summon to either one of these, so the Shogun gets 1 Bushido counter. So we special summon here. Then we have 2 6 samurai, we want to link summon another Battle Shogun to obviously one of these fields. Then we want to search. With the Gateway, we remove 4 counters and search Kizan. We summon Kizan again to a field the Shogun points to. Use the Gateway's effect again. Add. Remove the counters. And add another Kizan to our hand. Special summon Kizan. Special summon from extra deck the Shadow of the Six Samurai. He's a samurai monster, so that's why we want to special summon him to the field the Shogun points to. So the Shogun gets another Bushido counter. We activate Gateway. Remove the counters. We don't want to activate the Shadows effect. You could, but it doesn't really matter. You don't care about the attack on the Battle Shogun, and it's also for this turn only, so it doesn't matter. With the Gateway, you search the Grandmaster, special summon him. Now you have 4 counters on Gateway again. Activate it. You search for Kizan. Summon Kizan. And then you want to special summon or link summon Saryuya from your deck. You use these 4 monsters as materials. Now you can activate Saryuya's effect. Okay, so we draw these cards. With Saryuya's effect, this one, once per turn during your main phase, you can special summon 1 monster from your hand. We want to special summon either Shinai, or, the red one, Mizuho, or Hatsume, because with Hatsume we can special summon red or blue from graveyard. So the main idea is to use Saryuya's effect, a special summoning effect, to get blue or red on your field. Either directly with having them on hand on special summoning them, or having Hatsume on hand and special summoning Hatsume using Hatsume's effect and getting one from the graveyard. So we have Shinai and Sheen Smoke Signal on hand. So we could use Sheen Smoke Signal to get either blue or red or Hatsume. But since we have Shinai on hand, we can just use Shinai with Saryuya's effect to special summon him. So we have to return cards to the deck. We don't need Magical Midbreaker. We don't need the Bamboo Sword anymore. And Fuma is also pretty useless. So again, now we could activate Saryuya's effect and special summon Shinai. We could also, we could have activated Sheen Smoke Signal to get Hatsume to our hand. Yeah. So we are gonna search Mizuho. And then, so I made a mistake there. So basically, you always want to summon the Shinai on the field the Shogun points to. So I should have summoned him on this field. But now we summon Mizuho to the field the Shogun points to. Activate the Gateway. Remove counters from the Shogun from the Gateway. And we search, where is it? Blue or red? Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go with red. We special summon red. So I like to summon the monsters I don't need for the combo in defense position. So I summon Mizuho in defense position. Activate Gateway again. To search for Shinai. and special summon him in defense position as well. So I know, okay, I'm gonna use Mizuho and tribute this Shinai, the ones in attack position. So then you want to use Mizuho's effect, tribute the Shinai, destroy the Mizuho, don't use any effects. With Shinai's effect, you want to get Mizuho back to hand. Then you can special summon Mizuho again. You get Bushido counters, activate the gateway, add 1. You add Shinai, special summon Shinai, and you do the whole thing again. So that's basically the infinity loop combo. And yeah, so this one is a lot faster than in the other decklist video I made, because you don't need as many Bushido counters. You just need 8. So you can do this. So actually, if you just want to do the bare minimum, you only need 6 counters. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you. You have 4 3-star monsters on your field. So you want to XYZ summon number 75 by using all of these. Summon. Then you use Gateway's effect. To get Kizan. I mean, you could even do this with only 5 counters. You summon Kizan to the field, the Shogun points to. Now you have 5 counters. You only need 4. So, as I said, you could start this with only 5 counters if you have all 4 3-star units on the field. And also important, you don't need to have 2 red and 2 blue to summon him. It could also be the case that maybe you have 2 Mizuho, 1 Shinai, and 1 Hatsume on the field. That's the same thing. You can still summon number 75 with 4 materials. So now we activate Gateway, remove from the Shogun, get a Kizan to hand, summon Kizan, then we XYZ summon Rhongo, and now we can activate number 75's effect to use this card and all the materials it has as materials for another number monster. So we use the effect on number 86 and bam! We have 7 materials on number 86 and it's honestly, it's over. It's GG. We can pass. Then the enemy can do whatever they want. They can play Regeki, destroy all monsters, except Rhongo, because he can't be if he's unaffected by other cards' effects. He can destroy everything. Once it's our turn, we activate Rhongo's effect, destroy the whole enemy board. Then maybe, you know, basically you would always go for a little bit more Bushido counters. For example, I would add Hatsume to hand and special summon a Grandmaster. So the Grandmaster on field, because if he gets destroyed, we can add 1 Samurai from the graveyard to hand. The Hatsume, because if it's our turn again, we can summon Hatsume, use the effect, and special summon a monster from the graveyard, so we can just kill him in the 1 turn. So yeah, the one thing you have to be careful about is if you summon Rhongo and use number 75 as material, you can only summon Rhongo with 2 materials. So if you summon Rhongo with 3 materials, he's unaffected by other cards' effects. So for example, if I summoned number 75 and then summoned Rhongo with not 2 Kizans but 3 Kizans, then he would have the effect unaffected by other cards' effects. So I can't use number 75's effect on Rhongo if he already has 3 materials. That's why you use 2 materials, then use number 75's effect. On Rhongo, you have Rhongo with 7 materials, and you can just destroy all the enemy's cards. He can't do anything against it. Once you have Rhongo with, you know, number 75 and the materials on the field, it's honestly, the enemy can just surrender. It's over. So yeah, that's the long route. Now I'm going to show you the short one, where you don't need Saryuya. It's a little bit faster, but both ways work. So yeah. So this is the short way to summon Rhongo. So we have these cards on hand. We use Sheen's Smoke Signal to get us Kageki. Then we use Gateway to summon Kageki. Use Kageki's effect. Special summon Fuma. We search Isolde. Summon her. Effect. We search Kageki. Because we don't need him anymore. We use Isolde's effect. Send 3 cards to the grave. Again, keep the bamboo sword, but use the cursed bamboo one. Now we have Shinai on hand, so we want to special summon Mizuho. Use the cursed bamboo effect. We have golden bamboo on hand, so we want to search the broken bamboo one. Then we can use the bamboo swords. Activate. Draw 2. Nice. Now, we already have a gateway, but yeah, we could still just summon Kizan, just for the sake of it, you know. Summon the Battle Shogun. Effect. Discard Kageki. Get Dojo, or doesn't matter. Activated. And summon the Shinai. So, now, since you have a lot of gateway counters, you can use them to add red, search again, to add blue, and you already have enough gateway counters. So you special summon number 75. Use gateway. To search Kizan. We special summon Kizan. We use gateway to search. Another Kizan. Just gonna use the one from the deck. We special summon Kizan. And then we special summon Rhongo. Then we use number 75's effect on Rhongo. And bam. GG. Now you can use gateway, you know, to get Kizan on hand and Hatsume on hand. Get a Grandmaster, so you can special summon him. Yeah, but be sure not to stack your field too much. So if you get Kizan and Grandmaster, you don't want to special summon both, because the enemy is probably trying to destroy some cards on your field, but he can't destroy Rhongo. So that's why you want to special summon Grandmaster, because if he is destroyed, he can search one card in your grave and add it to your hand. And yeah, you want to keep Kizan on hand so you can special summon him the next turn. But yeah, we got Rhongo with 7 materials. So yeah, the enemy can basically surrender. He can do whatever he wants. And yeah. Okay, so when do you go the short route and when do you go the long route? So basically, if you have the cards to go the short route, you can always go the long route as well. It just takes a little bit more time. That's all. So I built up a board for you. I'm going to show the different ways. Basically, you can go the short route if you have a way to summon either 2 Mizuho and 1 Shinai, or 2 Shinai and 1 Mizuho early. So you can do the Infinity Loop. Yeah, if you can do the Infinity Loop without having to summon Saryuya. So in this case, I'm just going to show you some different cases. So in this case, I have Mizuho on field, have Shinai in hand, and 2 Bushido spells. I got Gateway from Battle Shogun and drew the dojo with Golden Bamboo Sword. So now I can activate Gateway, activate dojo, I special summon Shinai to a field the Shogun points to. Now we have 1, 2, 1, 4 counters. I can activate Gateway, remove all the counters on the field, and I can search either blue or red. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go red this time. Summon red. Bam. And since we have 2 Mizuho and 1 Shinai, we can do the Infinity Loop. Tribute Mizuho. Or no, activate Mizuho's effect to tribute Shinai. Destroy Mizuho. Get Mizuho to hand. And, you know, do the thing I talked about. Like, do the Gateway. Search the blue one. Special summon him. Special summon Mizuho. And do this over and over again. You get your Bushido counters. I think now 1800. We might have enough. We can use the Gateway. Search the blue one. Summon blue. Yeah. Get this one. And then we have 7 Bushido counters now. So we can remove 4. Just gonna show everything. Remove 4. Search Kizan. Since we have Battle Shogun on field, we can special summon Kizan. Gateway. Again. Remove from any card you like. Special summon another Kizan. And then we can special summon the Rhongo. Use the effect. And that's it. So that's case number 1. Okay, so this is the second case I'm gonna show you. You don't have 2 Bushido counter cards. You just have 1. But you you know, you can just get the 2 Shinai or 2 Mizuho and one of the other by having them in hand or getting them to your hand. So I'm gonna search the Shinai with Sheen Smoke Signal, activate Durandal, activate the effect, get Mizuho to hand, and bam. I have Mizuho, I have Shinai, and I can do the Infinity Loop. Search another Mizuho once I have the Bushido. I have them right now, but I think you get what I mean. Summon Mizuho, get some Bushido counters to have enough to draw the 2 Kizans with Gateway. Then you special summon, you know, the thing I showed you, number 75 with the 2 Kizan. You special summon Rhongo. You use 75's effect on Rhongo. You have Rhongo with 7 materials. GG. So this is the last case. If you have a Bushido counter card, which you drew in the beginning, and you have counters on it, then you can activate Gateway, use Gateway's effect, remove the counters from the dojo, to add Mizuho to hand. You summon Mizuho, use the Gateway, and get yourself either one Shinai, in my case, summon Shinai, do the infinity loop to get the other Mizuho, XYZ summon number 75, and so on and so on. I think you get it. So these are the 3 cases where you can go the short route, otherwise you have to go the long route, but yeah, for me at least, I go the short route in many of my games, because I just have a good draw. So yeah. So that's it for my improved Samurai decklist and combo tutorial. If you have any questions, just drop them down in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer them. And yeah, have a nice day.